What's up, my fellow YouTubians? So after the freeze and after that leak, I went ahead and I got to it this morning. I finally got some chance to mess with it. My life is crazy. I have kids and work and all sorts of stuff going on, but I had a few, I guess I had about an hour this morning. I was messing with it. Went ahead and redid the waterfall, moved some rocks around, and kind of like this better, covering up the liner a lot better than I did before. Added some new plants that we got recently. um, I ended up having to put these plants in this big tote that I found this thing on the side of the road. Somebody's missing it. But I took the plants out, put them in here, and after the freeze, a lot of them came back. We lost a lot of plants. We lost a lot of ivies. You can see them on the side of the rock. um, Put them in here. The weather's been holding up real nice, so everything's coming out green and good. uh, Added the water. You can see the water's holding. I'm gonna fix that liner right there. I don't think I'm gonna put the big rocks back in there because it was causing the leak, with the splashbacks going into the back of that liner. Again, I can easily just put some tape on that, some waterproof tape, and then put the rocks in. But it's a little bit harder to manage the fish and check on them when they got a lot of places to hide, which is good for the rodents around here. But still undecided yet. Put these plants in there, and again added water. Gotta fix the lights. You can see them kind of just floating in there, so that's what's kind of getting me to put some of the rocks back in there, but not leaning up against the sides. That way I can hold those lights down. Other than that, everything's looking great. I'm happy with it. uh, Added some rocks here on the side, and forgive my backyard. It is a mess. Some of the papaya trees, they died, so you'll see some mess around here. We used to have grass back here, and I don't know what happened. Big dogs ruined the yard. Again, you can see a lot of the dead ivies kind of just hanging out here. Here's the waterfall. Not a big fan of the clamshells. We picked those up in the Concho River, but the kids wanted them in there, so I'm gonna go ahead and leave them there. And that's about all I'm gonna do today, because we've got a lot of things to do today. But here's just an update. Again, I'm loving the way these are coming out. They're getting big. And I'm gonna move these rocks right here. These are too big. Somebody can trip over them. So I'll probably throw a few of them there on the side to hold that flap down. I'm gonna put tape on that anyway, but still the rocks will help it stay back. Bridge, I put the bridge back on, and it's a small bridge, but that thing is heavy. It's very heavy. I actually have to get in the water and kind of move it around, kind of wiggle it in there. So when I first put it in, I was able to use it. Right now it's just kind of sitting on a rock, so I guess you can say it's just for decoration for now. But I will have it to where I can get on it again and mess with the pump back there. Got to redo all the skimming and stuff because the water's still a little dirty. I lost about 3 good sized fish. I want to say about 2 or 3 inches. They got stuck in that pump down there. No matter how much I block it off, they get in there. So I got to figure out a way how to fix that, because you probably can't see it with the lighting. But it's in a bucket. It's got foam all around it. So I'm thinking about burying the pump with rocks and stuff so they can't get in, and then do it that way. They'll figure out a way to die. Yeah. Again, forgive the backyard. I would use this waiter set right here. Now it's got a hole in it, so I'm gonna end up having to throw it away, get in the water. Again, pretty nasty freeze. We lost half our plants that we had in this little pond here. It looked nice up until the freeze killed everything. We had frogs and a lot of minnows. We still have a lot of minnows in there. They were fine. Frogs, they took off. They didn't want to deal with that. Big old 100-gallon, what do you call that, basin. I acquired that recently for free. Pretty cool. But yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna go ahead and just put some more rocks, get some more rocks and put them on the side there. It holds that wall up. That's what I want it to begin with. But I am loving the waterfall. You can see the water coming out. I had a rock, I don't know if y'all remember, I had a rock that was covering it like this because it was splashing too much water out. So what I ended up doing was putting rocks inside the actual flow. And it actually slowed the water down from splashing up and out. So now it comes out without splashing, and there's no need for the big rock anymore. I wanted to give it a natural look. The lights are just kind of thrown in there right now. I don't have time to mess with them. I do, but I don't want to get too involved, and then you know, something happens and I don't have time to do the other things that I have to do today. So tomorrow I'm probably gonna mess with them. Got a lot of leaves falling in. I'm not worried about it right now. There's nothing in the water, just water and plants. So when it's time to put fish back in, I'll get the leaves out. But as you can see, the water's really high and I'm loving it. So